Welcome back to Wheel Reverend. When the 2026 Kawasaki Z650 actually throw a leg over the bike, the first impression is how approachable it feels. The seat height is just under 790 millimeters, which makes it accessible for riders of a wide range of heights. Shorter riders won't find themselves tiptoeing at stoplights, and taller riders won't feel cramped either. Thanks to the relaxed foot peg position and a slightly forward-leaning bar setup, Kawasaki has clearly aimed for balancia enough sportiness to keep you engaged, but with enough comfort that you won't be sore after an hour or two in the saddle. That's an important trait, because in the midweight naked segment, a lot of riders use their machines for both daily commuting and weekend fun. The Z650 manages to excel in both roles, which is a tricky tightrope for any manufacturer. Out on the road, the character of the parallel twin is something riders talk about a lot. It doesn't have the raw, thumping grunt of a twin like a Ducati, nor does it spin to the moon like a Supersport inline 4. Instead, it delivers a very usable middle ground. Around town, you'll find yourself shifting less because there's good torque available from relatively low revs. It's flexible and forgiving if you're not constantly hunting for the perfect gear, which makes it friendly for newer riders. But when you get out on an open road and twist the throttle past 6,000 revolutions per minute, the engine comes alive with a strong pull and a growl that reminds you this is still a Kawasaki Z machine born from a long line of naked sport legends. Handling is really where the Z650 shines. Thanks to that trellis frame and the reduced unsprung weight from the latest wheel and tire package, the bike feels agile but never twitchy. You can flick it into corners with confidence, and the feedback from the chassis encourages you to lean a little deeper every time. It's not overwhelming, but it keeps you engaged. For riders stepping up from a smaller displacement machine, this handling balance is the perfect introduction to midweight power. For experienced riders, it's a refreshing reminder that you don't need a 1000cc superbike to have fun on twisty roads. The suspension is basic on paper, non-adjustable telescopic forks at the front and a preload adjustable horizontal backlink shock at the rear, but Kawasaki has nailed the factory settings. It's supple enough to soak up potholes and city bumps, yet firm enough to give precision when you're pushing through curves. One of the key evolutions on this 2026 version is the way electronics have been integrated without overcomplicating the experience. Kawasaki Traction Control isn't just a marketing checkbox, it's a practical tool. In Mode 1, it allows some slip for a sportier ride, while Mode 2 reins things in when the road gets slick. If you're confident and want total control, you can disable it. Unlike some systems that feel intrusive, KTRC here feels seamless, stepping in only when you genuinely need it. Add to that the slipper clutch, and you've got a machine that not only helps avoid wheel hop during aggressive downshifting, but also reduces the lever effort so much that commuting in traffic feels less of a chore. The TFT screen deserves special mention. It may sound trivial compared to the heart of the bike, but in everyday ownership, your display is one of the features you interact with constantly. The 4.3-inch full-color display is crisp, legible in direct sunlight, and adds a premium feel to the cockpit. Being able to pair it with your phone through Kawasaki's Radiology app adds another layer. See incoming calls, check notifications, log your ride data, and even track service intervals. It's features like these that make the Z650 feel thoroughly modern. Years ago, midweight naked bikes were stripped-down machines with little in the way of tech, but Kawasaki has brought the Z650 up to date without bloating it with menus and buttons. Another area worth talking about is the ergonomics for passengers. While this category of bike isn't exactly designed for long-to-up touring, Kawasaki did make the pillion seat more accommodating for 2026 with extra padding. That means if you're taking someone for a short ride around town or a quick Sunday trip, they won't be squirming after 20 minutes. This little detail adds real-world versatility, especially for riders who occasionally carry a passenger. When it comes to design, Kawasaki knows that riders in this class want a machine that makes a statement when it's parked outside a cafe. Copyright or rolling up at a meet. The Sugomi design language gives the Z650 an aggressive face, almost predatory with its sharp LED headlights and angular shrouds. The slim bodywork accentuates the trellis frame, making the bike look light and focused. The paint schemes for 2026, especially the Pearl Blizzard White, strike a balance between sleek and eye-catching. The attention to detail continues in places like the sculpted tank, which not only looks sharp but also makes it easier to grip with your knees during spirited riding. These little touches elevate the Z650 beyond being just a commuter. It's a bike you'll want to show off. Fuel efficiency is another factor buyers in this segment care about, and the Z650 doesn't disappoint. You can realistically expect fuel consumption around 4.3 liters per 100 kilometers, or roughly 55 miles per gallon, depending on your riding style. With its 15-liter fuel tank, that translates to a solid range for daily use and weekend escapes. Combine that with Kawasaki's reliability record, and the Z650 becomes an appealing long-term ownership proposition. Service intervals are reasonable, parts availability is widespread, and insurance premiums are typically lower than for larger displacement machines. For many riders, this makes it not just a performance choice but a practical one. Now, let's put the Z650 in context against some of its key rivals. The Yamaha Mount 07 is often considered the benchmark in this segment, known for its playful character and torquey crossplane twin. The Z650 counters that by being a little more refined, with smoother delivery and slightly sharper handling dynamics. The Honda CB650R, on the other hand, offers inline-4 smoothness and a premium finish but at a higher price point and heavier curb weight. The Z650 sits neatly in the sweet spot, lighter than the Honda, more approachable than the Yamaha for some riders, and generally offering more advanced tech than both in stock trim. This competitive positioning is what has made the Z650 a consistently popular choice across global markets. Riding the Z650 day-to-day is an experience of contrasts in the best way. In traffic, it's nimble, with a clutch that won't wear your hand out and an engine that happily chugs along at low speeds. Out on the highway, it cruises comfortably at legal speeds, the parallel twin humming steadily without excessive vibration thanks to Kawasaki's refinement. And when you find that open, twisting road, the bike's playful nature shines. It encourages you to explore lean angles, to brake later into corners, and to roll on the throttle with confidence on the way out. For riders who want a bike that grows with them, this is key. You won't outgrow the Z650 quickly. It has enough headroom to keep intermediate and even experienced riders entertained for years. The value proposition can't be overlooked. With expected pricing around $7,500 to $8,000 depending on market and options, the Z650 is punching well above its weight in terms of features. TFT dash, smartphone connectivity, traction control, LED lighting, stylish design, solid mid-range performance, all wrapped into a package that costs significantly less than bigger naked bikes. For new riders stepping up, it feels like you're getting premium tech without breaking the bank. For seasoned riders, it feels like a smart choice. Why pay for more weight and more horsepower you might not use daily, when this package does 90% of what you want, with lower running costs? Another layer to consider is Kawasaki's heritage. The Z family has always represented accessible performance, starting decades ago with the original Z1. The 2026 Z650 carries that DNA forward but interprets it for a modern audience that values connectivity, safety, and sharp design as much as raw performance. That heritage matters. It connects you as an owner to a long legacy of iconic naked bikes. And every time you see that Z logo on the tank, you're reminded you're part of something bigger than just one model year. Even the little things Kawasaki has worked on over the years add up. The mirrors are wide and stable at speed, the switchgear feels solid, the paint quality holds up against weather and sun, and the LED lights are bright enough for real visibility at night. These are the details that make a bike easy to live with, reducing the compromises you often accept in this class. If you think about who the Z650 is really for, the answer is broad. It's for the rider stepping up from a 300 or 400 class bike who wants something with more punch but not overwhelming. It's for the returning rider who hasn't been on two wheels for a while and wants a modern, safe, but exciting re-entry point. It's also for the experienced motorcyclist who simply wants a lighter, more agile machine to complement a garage that might already have a heavyweight tourer or a supersport. The Z650 wears many hats, and that's one of its greatest strengths. Long-term ownership reports from earlier models suggest that the Z650 platform is reliable, with engines regularly crossing 40,000 kilometers without issue when properly maintained. That inspires confidence if you're planning to keep this machine for years. And because the bike has been a global success, the aftermarket support is huge. Whether you want a sport exhaust, luggage options, comfort seats, or custom graphics, the options are there to personalize your ride. That ability to make the bike your own only adds to the ownership appeal. All in all, the 2026 Kawasaki Z650 isn't just another update app. It's a carefully tuned evolution that keeps the bike fresh, competitive, and immensely appealing. It has the right blend of performance, comfort, tech, and style to make it not just a purchase, but an experience you'll look forward to every time you ride.